welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of the TABOO series.
I really don't want to do this episode.
Yes, today we're talking about Tommy's least favourite subject, least comfortable subject.
I wouldn't say it's my least favourite subject.
Least comfortable.
Yeah, but the build up to this is being a bit intense for me. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I don't know the extent of how the conversations are going to go. I mean, the extent of the last episode was quite intense.
Is it because you're uncomfortable talking about it?
I don't think I'm uncomfortable talking about it. I just don't know what you're going to ask me, and I'm not uncomfortable talking about it with you. I just don't want to go too far in what I say, because I could go far.
Nothing is off limits on this. This is what it's all about. This is TABOO season, so you should be able to talk about anything, because everything everyone in the world has done before, right? Unless you start talking about confessing to murdering someone, then that's something totally different. You might want to go to jail. But we're talking about sex, everyone. Everyone has sex, and it's a taboo subject for some people. I think some people are uncomfortable talking about it, but we shouldn't be uncomfortable. And I'm quite excited to just talk about this with my brother, because I've never spoken about anything like this with my brother before.
I don't think we have.
No.
I don't think we have.
Maybe jokingly.
Yeah, jokes, stuff
but
like that.
But you never talk seriously about stuff like this.
Nah, I don't think we have really discussed anything like this before, so it'd be very interesting. I'm not going to be surprised with anything you say, but I don't know the extent of how far we're going today. So what I'm going to do, what I want you to do, I think maybe you should start with the first question.
Okay.
Well,
I like to make you squirm a little bit more.
Squirm?
Yeah, before we go straight into it. Sex is a thing that people don't talk about enough.
Why are you talking
right?
like this?
People don't talk about it enough. And in schools, it's almost very clinical, right? And it's hey, it's only about reproduction. They never speak about it being anything to do with pleasure. And I think that's a very odd thing to do. And I think that's why also people grow up with this stigmatism of not really knowing anything about it. They know the action, but it's we're blind to truly understanding what sex is and that people can enjoy it. So, for example, when you were really young, and you were humping carpets, right? It is in our nature.
Why would you confess that to the world?
Tommy, he knew in his nature that is something you do. It's like dogs humping, right?
Can you just confirm how old I was first?
You might want to confirm. I'm just saying.
No, because
you were humping rolls of carpet.
I don't remember humping a rolled up carpet in the living room.
Basically, it's a thing that
old house.
Kids do it when they're younger, right? I'm going to say Woody, my little boy, he's doing it now. He humps the ground, right? And he goes, I'm doing exercise, right? That's what he says.
Is that his excuse?
Yeah, he knows mummy, right? She does her yoga in the morning. She's laying on the floor doing her yoga, doing her stretches. This is Woody's version of yoga. And he just bouncing up and down on the floor. And it's that is not exercise.
Surely he's got some friction burn down there. I mean, I feel his pain.
Not naked. He's not naked. He's fully clothed. But it's and it's normally when he's really tired and he's really sweaty.
Well, I think he's a bit of a rookie, because when I got on that roller carpet, there was no rules.
Do you want to say what age you were? Because now you're not explaining what age you were.
No, I get it. I mean, I think we do need to address how old I was. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how old I was, but I was very young.
Yes.
I was younger than...
Innocent.
Younger than 7.
You didn't know what you were doing.
Younger than 7?
You just knew that, hey, me rubbing myself on this carpet feels good.
It feels nice. So it's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing. It's built in us. It's built in us.
Yeah,
but I think we go about our lives, especially in education, not explaining that side of things. It's all about, hey, a penis goes into vagina, and then you make a baby, and then when it comes, when you learn that stuff, it's it's all funny, it's embarrassing, and then do you ever talk about in school that it's a pleasurable thing?
Well, like you said, I have no recollection of a teacher saying that to me. The first, and I still don't remember. I remember the first ever sex education lesson I ever had.
Yeah.
In my primary school, St John's in Stanmore, and they were teaching us, and they put some 1970s video up on
that's how it is.
on a little. Well, it was actually a projector at the time, but it was like a 1970s video on a projector.
Was it like two parents like walking around naked around the house?
No. Mine was more of an animated animation. And, you know, it just went as simple as when a woman and man loves each other, the man puts his penis in,
goes to the vagina.
the man's penis goes inside the vagina like a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
And I remember to that day, that's exactly the words they used. And I remember seeing the video with all my friends, and we laughed. Because you knew
it's like, what? Like at the time, you're just like, what?
Yeah, but I felt like I already knew about it.
I know, because that's the thing. You learn stuff through your friends most of the time.
Yeah.
Or sometimes your parents.
Yeah.
Your parents teach you these things. I don't think, but that's the really like taboo side of things. That hey, sex is pleasurable.
Yeah, it is.
That's not spoken about.
It isn't.
That's a totally different thing. It's all about being safe.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Which is obviously the correct thing to do.
Yeah, of course. You should be safe. Safe sex, guys. Safe sex. So, like, this is the thing, right?
I'm sorry, I don't know what the extent of this video is going to go. I'm really nervous.
I'm gonna say right now, right? When you're in your teenage years, you're obviously exploring yourself, right? And I was obviously masturbating a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Which everyone most do.
As most teenagers do. But do you remember there was a point when you didn't ejaculate?
What do you mean?
There's a time when you just don't ejaculate.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard this before. Yeah. I was never even at that stage.
So you just, as soon as you started trying it, you were ejaculating.
Yeah.
I must have been way early.
And I actually still remember the first time.
Yeah. Were you like, what?
Yeah, and I don't see exactly. I feel like I could dive deep into this story. Right?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, go on. I'm going to tell you some stories. Don't worry about it. Go on. Start. This is a good story. It's a good place to start.
Well, I really don't know about this. I really don't know how to talk about this. How extent there's so much. There's as deep as I can go. Like,
Come on, then.
Go deep with this.
Let's go deep.
It goes disgusting.
Let's get disgusting.
Okay, well,
bodily fluids are natural, guys.
Yeah, but I think back to them times. I'm like, why did I do that?
Come on.
Okay, so
I've got something I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, but like, this is just disgusting.
Why did you do that?
This is disgusting.
Come on.
Okay, so I do remember the first time I was actually sharing a bedroom with our brother James.
Don't say me.
It wasn't you. It might have been you at the time.
Oh God!
And I remember I just literally got. It's gonna sound even weird. Nan gave me a laptop.
Right. Yeah.
So our Nan gave me their laptop for revision.
Revision.
I guess you could call it that. Yeah, and then I was like, okay. And then I remember, but this is why I searched it, okay, because now it's all coming back to me. I remember I was in an art class, and I was sat with my form.
Yeah.
And it was me, and there was 3 other girls on the table, and this other boy, and we're all doing art.
Yeah.
In art, obviously. And the 3 girls, and I must have been in like year 8 or 7. This is how young, okay? Yeah. And the girls around the table were just talking about like, oh, have you ever stuck your fingers inside yourself? Yeah.
Oh, right. The girls talking to you.
The girls were talking to each other like out loud. And I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like,
what is this?
I was like, what? And then they started talking about masturbation, and they were like, yeah, I do it all the time. I do it like this. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And
I need to get on this.
I was like, well, is this like a normal thing to do? And then from hearing them talk about it, I was like, oh, I was getting a little bit excited.
But you were.
I was. I couldn't help it. And so anyway, I was like, you know what? I've just got to try this out for myself. Like, I had the urge.
Yeah.
So I remember coming home.
As we all do.
I had to go to bed early before everyone else. So I was like, how am I going to do this?
I'm tired, Mum.
I'm tired, Mum. Go in bed. Close the door. Turn the lights off. Open the Dell laptop. Thanks, Nan.
Dell.
Thanks, Nan. I didn't even know what I was searching. I just remember searching probably naked woman undressing.
Yes.
That was like the standard thing. And it was just like this woman just getting undressed on the camera. And that was enough.
You needed no more.
I don't. That was it. I think it was only a 3-minute video. And
You're ready to explode.
Yeah, then after that day onwards, it was just a regular thing.
Back. No going back. Yeah.
But I just used to just drop it on the mattress.
Did you? Yeah. God, man.
No, but
Mum knows these stories then. Mum knows about this.
No. On the mattress. I used to pull the bed sheet back on and just do it on the mattress.
Oh my God. I thought you meant the sheet. Jesus.
Basically, just like how I used to wipe my bogies on the side of the bed. Remember I used to do that? I was basically doing the same thing. Maybe it was just like, I don't know why, what made me do that. And I think back to now, that's disgusting.
That is a crispy mattress.
It was. It was very crispy.
It must have stunk.
It did. It smelled like a fish market.
Oh my God. That is gross.
And I actually tricked my friends into smelling it. I said to him,
what does it smell like?
I was like, boy, just on my mattress here, just smell that. Like, it's been a stain in there for like ages. I have no idea what it is. And he smelled it. He was like, oh, what is that? I was like, and I just told him, I was like, it's that.
I'm sorry. I'm sure he was as confused
he was like,
as well.
He was like, why have you done this all this time? I was like, I don't know.
I just keep doing it.
It's an urge. And there you go. I was obviously in love with my mattress.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
People do fall in love with inanimate objects.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I've seen the video. We actually watched the video of the guy in love with the balloons.
Yeah.
The balloon animals, and that was weird.
I could tell you a story about an inanimate object.
Go ahead.
So this was very early days. Well, I might as well tell you my story. Like,
okay.
For some reason, all my memories. I'm very sorry, Nan. I'm bringing up Nan as well.
What has Nan got to do with
it? But I remember.
I mean, the older generation has taught us well, obviously.
Yeah, I remember masturbating a lot at Nan's house. For some reason, I don't know why, but it was always at Nan's. I think because I don't know. But okay. I remember
Did you need to put that information in? I don't know why you needed to say that.
I don't know. But because I need to tell you about why this is coming up. Like all my stories.
Okay, you need to explain because it's really weird so far.
Yeah, they seem to just originate at my Nan's house. But so like I remember like watching. Do you remember Eurotrash? Did you ever watch Eurotrash?
No.
Eurotrash was like this really late night show, and it used to be very sex related. And they used to like go interview people in like sex industry and like stuff, and it was very like stupid. It wasn't like full frontal or anything, but
I think
it was full frontal, but it like wasn't like porn.
Yeah.
Always used to stick that on at my hands.
Yeah.
Right. And but I remember like very very early days. Like I remember being in the bath, right, and I used to be masturbating, and no cum would come out.
Oh.
You don't like hearing that word, do you?
I don't know why.
Tommy.
I just felt awkward with you saying that.
Tommy, no cum came out.
Yeah, but it's just because you're very young. I don't like hearing that in my ears.
Of course. But then one day it did come out, and I was like, "What?" I was so confused. I don't know why. Like, surely at that time, unless it was like before sex education, like I properly had the brief.
Yeah.
But I remember it coming out and I was like, oh my God, what is that?
Were you scared?
I don't remember. I was a bit freaked out. Like I did not really understand. I was in the bath, so it's the wrong place to do it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's just floating around you. You're washing yourself in that.
I mean, most men know, but maybe women don't know that if you're in the bath, it goes so sticky.
What do you mean?
Like, cum goes really sticky. Semen. And it like sticks. It's so sticky. Have you must know.
I don't know if I prefer you saying semen or cum. Oh, I don't like saying it myself.
Yourself. But it goes really sticky. Surely you've had that experience before. Like if you're in a hot shower or hot bath.
No, maybe it's just you. Maybe you got some next mutant.
You should not mix heat with semen.
Okay.
So you mind the semen word less.
Why does semen smell like pancake mix?
That's what you've always said, but I don't know. I don't think
it does.
I think it has some kind of like chemical, like bleach smell.
Trust me, it's like identical. Trust me.
Okay.
Make up a batch of pancakes. Yeah, I know you like oat milk. Still the same. Trust me. Give it a little smell, and you're like, that is exactly the same. Exactly. Like, I'm talking like identical.
To the T.
Yeah.
And you're like, yum, yum, yum.
Yeah. I'm just like, no, obviously, I would never do that. That's disgusting.
But to finish my story.
Sorry.
You want to get onto the inanimate object, don't you?
No. I want you to carry on.
That was my next story.
I want you to carry on talking about when you were very young. And
this was when I was very young, right? I must have been very young because it was like same kind of time when I first ejaculated properly, right? And don't ask why. I have no idea why I did this. But Nan had this statue of, I don't know what it was, some tortoise or something.
What?
Right? And it had a hole on the bottom.
Where's this story going?
I stuck my willy in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it suctioned on. I was so scared. It was suctioned. I'm not even joking.
Have you told anyone this story before?
No, I've never told anyone this story. And it was suctioned. And do you know how much I was panicking? I was thinking, do I have to smash this? Yes, to get it off. And in the end, I pulled it so hard that I had to force it off. And I had like, do you know like when someone gives you like a hickey?
Yeah.
That's what was on my willy.
So you had a fake.
It's like vacuumed.
Wait, I'm just guessing you've picked up this like
it's ceramic.
This tortoise, ceramic like made
tortoise.
out of china, like tortoise, and it's stuck on the end.
It wasn't the tortoise that was doing it for me. It was the hole on the bottom.
You just thought, I'm just going to stick it in there, like
see what happens.
Did you name this tortoise?
No, okay. I did. It was the suction was so instant.
Oh, you only done it once then?
I did not do it again.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you like it was a repeat.
It was not a repeat offence. It was the first time I tried it. The first time it vacuumed on in about 10 seconds.
The tortoise got you like, damn, I ain't letting you go, boy.
But man, that was a scary time.
That sounded like it was a scary time.
I was through my head. I was like, oh my God, what if I have to ask someone to help me get this off?
Oh my God, that story, that's if that would have got better if that actually happened, the story, do you know what I mean? So
well, if
you actually that would just be legendary.
I would have smashed it before.
And we all would have known.
I would have smashed it.
We all would have known.
And I'd be like, Nan, I smashed your statue on the side. When I was drying, I knocked it off the side or something.
Oh. It vacuumed inside it.
Nan could still have this statue. I have no idea.
Jesus Christ.
I was young, I was innocent, I was experimental.
I cannot wait for her to watch this video and listen to it. I don't even know what she would say about this. Both stories about her, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Dell laptop, Nan. But the thing is, they probably don't even know about like porn on the internet, do they?
Of course they do. Nan like scrubbed up on the internet. She's very, very good on the internet. She can do loads on the internet. I'm sure she knows that. Do you know the internet the internet was pretty much invented for porn. It was like one of the first things they made sure, like, as soon as the internet went
really?
live, it was like porn.
Mad.
People, sex sells. Everyone.
Yeah.
Some people aren't. Some people are asexual,
They don't like it.
so they're not interested. But I mean, sex is a massive part of most people's lives, and it's like sells.
Yeah, 100%.
Men and women have needs, and it's like we fulfill them on the internet.
I agree. I agree. It is what runs the world.
Mm. So let's move away from this. Move a little bit away from youth.
Yeah,
Let's talk about our firsts.
Our first time.
Firstly, I mean, I'm very late. I was very late.
I was quite late. I was probably later than you. But the thing is, I actually can't remember the age.
Oh, really? Can't you try and place it?
I think I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I think I was 20.
I was 21.
Yeah, I think I was 20. I was either 20 or 21.
I mean,
20.
I didn't even kiss anyone until I was 18. That's how long it took me.
Oh.
I was a very shy person.
Yeah. So was I.
Remember when you first kissed someone? I bet you were young.
When I first, like tongue or just pecked?
Yeah, like properly kiss someone.
Properly kiss someone.
Not just like peck someone.
Year 7 in school.
Yeah, that's young. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very young. Yeah.
It was like there was always house parties,
Mm.
and that's where it happened. That's
My
where it
first kiss
happened
was at a house party.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I didn't even like. I wasn't even pursuing it. Right, I wasn't pursuing the kiss.
Yeah.
But I was laying down, and it was just randomly a girl from college that I was with. She just blended in, and it just happened, and I was like, oh, like there wasn't even like any kind of flirtation between us.
Oh, it just happened.
And I was like, okay. And then that night, for some reason, we were playing some game, and I kissed loads of people in one night.
Oh, so it just happened.
It just happened. It's like it's almost like breaking the. It's not. It's one of those things. It's like it feels like such a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're younger,
it really is.
But it's just like once you've done it, it's like, oh, is that it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just that's what I mean. Like it's like these young kids nowadays. Like they've got so much pressure, like and thinking, like they need to get this done. They need to get this done. They need to look a certain way. When really, you just do it in your own time. Like it doesn't matter. Just be who you are, and that's that. Even if you like we said, we both lost our virginity in 20 and 21. But even if you lose your virginity later than that, who cares? It
really doesn't matter. But it is such a big deal at school and high school.
It is.
It's like especially when like your friend circle. It's like okay, and then everyone starts checking off like, oh, there you go, I'm not a virgin anymore. It's like the pressure builds. Like, oh, I have to. Yeah. But it's like, do you?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Do you? Yeah.
Like I really haven't missed something. I feel like I fulfilled everything I didn't experience at school now already.
Yeah.
And I'm 25.
Yeah. In those 5 years.
Which I'm sure we'll discuss shortly.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the first kiss or
first kiss.
Time?
First time now.
Yeah.
So how about this for something?
Go on.
I've only ever slept with 2 people.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was not my first girlfriend, my third girlfriend, and then my wife. That's all I've ever done.
Yeah,
I don't feel regret for it.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I lasted ages the first time.
Oh yeah. No, I was just thinking back to mine.
You're like, was that the time I lasted?
No, I was just trying to think back to when it actually happened to me, and I'm pretty much in the same boat. It was wild.
Where were you when it happened? Was it with a random person, or was it with a girlfriend?
It was with a random person.
Okay. And did you know this person? Okay, right.
Okay, so should I go first, or do you want to go first?
You probably got a better story than me. Mine's not. I was literally going out with a girl, and then Oh, okay. I've got something to tell you.
Yeah,
Actually, right.
Go on.
So, yeah. So, that's the thing. It was like it's such a big deal, and then it just happened.
Yeah,
I don't really have any big story around it. It just happened. It's like, and I was like, done. That's it.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, we did it more from then, and it was always at her house, right? Because no one was ever there. But then here's the grossish story.
Yeah.
She had this thing where she was like, "You can't throw the condoms away in my house," right? So I had to tie them up and put them in my pocket and dispose of them on the way home in the bin. Like I'd throw them in a dustbin just halfway home.
Just random dustbin on the way home. Oh, you used to carry them round?
Yeah, because she was like...
Did you put them in your pocket?
Yes.
How many did you carry at once?
It would only be one at a time.
Oh, one at a time. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be one at a time.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
From memory. But yeah, I had to smuggle them out of the house.
You obviously had to like wrap it up.
My pocket was as crispy as your mattress.
You obviously had to put a knot in it.
Yeah, put a little knot on the end. Yeah.
That's disgusting, but I think my mattress is probably
mattress is 100% worse than that.
Yeah, that's really bad.
100% worse.
That's really bad. I cannot believe I've just told that to the world. I'm not even thought it through yet. Until I watch the video back, I'll be like, okay,
regret.
Now I regret
Absolute
this.
regret.
Oh well. What can I say? We'll do weird stuff when we're younger.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, nice. So it was just a casual thing, and then you dispersed. Did it last long?
Oh, the relationship? No,
Yeah.
it didn't last long. No, she was. I don't think she was over her last boyfriend.
Yeah.
She was a little bit demanding.
Demanding. Okay.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah. So
But,
you basically didn't work out.
Yeah. Didn't work out. And then I met the love of my life, and I've never looked back.
Perfect. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. How about your first time?
So I was actually going to a festival in London. And it was the day when one of my best mates, Lee, he got engaged.
Okay. Wow.
With Ruth.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're at a festival and he proposed to her outside. So we went inside the festival having a good time.
Can I just ask how you felt at this point? Did you feel like pressure at this time to like I need to sleep with someone? Like did you feel like pressure like everyone else has done it apart from me?
No, I didn't feel that because I'd done many things other than sex.
Okay, right.
Before
okay.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been with other girls. I just didn't want to. I'd physically say to the girl like I don't want to have sex with you.
That's good
because I didn't like to me, like, and this is well, to me, like sex is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I don't just want to go around.
That's it. That is the right way to look at it. It's a big thing for that reason. It's not a big thing for I need to do it. It's a big thing for you should wait to the right moment.
Yeah, that's it. You're like waiting for the right moment. Like that's what I mean. I was happy in doing other stuff with girls and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to wait for the right time. And like the girls who I'm meeting up with, not interested in doing that with them.
Yeah,
because I feel like I've got to open a big hole. No pun intended.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah. So in my mind, I was like, okay, cool. Not that bothered. So anyway, I'm at this festival. Lee and Ruth propose to each other. We go inside.
Feeling the love.
I'm feeling the love. I am. Going around this festival, and then a girl comes up to me and we just start dancing, which is a normal thing. Like obviously, many girls have approached me and we've danced and whatever. But she wouldn't leave. Like she wouldn't leave whatsoever, and she was an Australian girl.
Okay.
Australian, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool, you're Australian, like, blah, blah, blah. So we get on talking, and then we disperse, like, we don't see each other again. And then later on in the festival, like this festival was massive. And
Was it a day festival?
It was a day, but it finished at like 11 o'clock at night.
Right. Okay.
And then, so it gets to like later, we're seeing like the last acts, and then out of the blue, like we bump into each other again.
Mm.
And then we just like, oh, like, fancy seeing you again. Like we were quite happy to see each other, and then we danced a little bit, and then we get talking, and I'm just saying, oh, what are you doing now? I was like, why don't you come back? Like we're having a little after party. She was like, yeah, go on then, mate. I'll come back with you. That was my best accent. So she comes back, and then my friend's a bit weirded out because I never do stuff like this.
Yeah.
I never ever take girls back with me. So it was just like out of the blue.
Mm. Did it feel right though?
And I don't get me wrong, I was like very, very drunk.
Yeah.
And so was she. So we went back to our mate's house, and nothing happened.
Okay.
Nothing happened whatsoever. We just had a drink.
Didn't even kiss her?
I can't remember if I kissed her or not. Can't remember.
Mm.
But we went to sleep, and I remember she said, like, oh, do you want to have sex?
Mm.
I was just like, no. I just said to her, no, I'm not. I can't. I'm not going to do it.
So you didn't say like
because I was drunk.
You didn't say I'm a virgin.
I didn't say I was a virgin. No, I didn't say that. I wanted to say no because I was drunk, and I didn't have any regret.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this girl, so I was like, okay, cool. I was like, listen, I'll give you my number in the morning. I'll drop you. She lived like in the middle of London, so I drove all the way to London. I dropped her home, and then drove back home, and then I messaged her. We were messaging each other, and then I was like, listen, let's go on a date. I was like, I'll take you out. So what I done, I was like, you know what? She obviously already offered sex with me. She's a really nice girl. So I was like, let me book an Airbnb. We went into the middle of London. We played crazy golf, ate a pizza. We went back to the Airbnb, and that's where it begun. And it was wild.
It wild.
It was
wild.
For
the first time, it was wild.
Yeah, it was wild because it was like like one after the other, probably about 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, this is mental. And I remember it happened, and then there was like in the Airbnb there was a window. We kept climbing out the window to like sit outside for a little bit, and just
it was steamy in the room.
It was. The Airbnb was so small. It was literally like an open plan, but like it was the size of a shed.
Wow.
And a little single bed,
like a sauna.
Yeah, and then we were up all night, and then my alarm went off at 5 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't slept. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to leave you. I've got to go work. So she was like, no worries. I was like, listen, you can stay here till like 11, like do whatever you want. She was like, no worries. And then I left, and we met up like another 3 times after that.
Wow.
This girl, like, she was very interesting to me. Like, I genuinely, maybe because I did lose my virginity with her, I was like, I felt like quite a lot of emotion towards this girl. Yeah. So I saw her like 3 or 4 times after that, and I even brought her back here when like that no one was here, like everyone was on holiday. Mum doesn't know that. Sorry, Mum. And yeah, it was just exactly the same. Like it was just ravenous each and every time. And I'm not going to go into any further details than that, because if she was, it's quite obvious who it is if she is watching this video.
Yes.
But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. And then I think we just like lost contact with each other. Like we just stopped talking. And I think she moved back to Australia anyway. So
you ever check up on her?
It was quite weird.
Oh yeah.
Because we completely stopped talking, and then I went to another club, and I literally bumped into her.
When was this?
This was years ago. Because this was years ago.
But how long after you'd stopped?
Probably like 1 or 2, probably like 2 years after.
Okay.
It happened. Like I didn't even know she was there. We just bumped into each other, and it was the weirdest experience ever.
And how were you with each other?
Oh no, I just said I was really happy to see her. Like I didn't kiss her or anything. I literally gave her a hug because I was going out with someone at the time.
Okay.
So I was loyal
Yeah, of course.
because I was going out, and then and that was it. We parted ways, and then that's it. I ain't spoken to her since, and that was it.
That's nice.
That was quite a long story.
That's a nice story. I like it. That's a good first time.
Yeah.
Was that so? You say it was worth waiting for that time? I'd say.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like in the scenario of meeting the girl, because she was such a lovely girl, and also the fact how good the sex was. Like it was, to this day it amazes me.
Has it ever been bested?
What, has it been better than that?
Yeah.
I don't think
all
so.
the other people watching this episode.
I don't think so. I really don't. But I have. Don't get me wrong. I have experienced it in stuff in different ways. But I think the way that was.
It's like a nostalgic thing for you.
Yeah, maybe it's just that. But
yeah.
I have. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously different people who the way they like sex is completely different. So I've experienced that sort of manner. But the way that we had sex was pretty mad. But it only happened, like, I met up with 3-4 times, but it was like a lot.
It's almost like she set the bar.
She set the bar high. She definitely did. She set the bar very high.
Amazing.
Good. And also, did you want to know how many people I have slept with?
Oh yeah, go on.
So the number is 4.
Okay.
The number is 4.
That's a good number.
It is. It's all right. One of them was a regret.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense because, like, obviously I know 2 girlfriends you've had, so obviously long-term girlfriends. So you've obviously slept with them, and then obviously the Australian. So it's obviously one. So it was a one night stand.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Was it someone that you met on a night out or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like that, because it was way too intense.
Yeah, different kind.
Like, well, it's not intense. It's like, for me, it's intense because I'm just like, I shouldn't have done that. It's not my sort of forte doing that.
That's interesting, isn't it? It's like, because it's weird because, like, depending on how outgoing people are, you have an expectation. I would imagine you would have slept with more people.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I do love going out, but I don't go out for that reason.
I've never spoke to you about this, so I wouldn't know that you had those kind of morals to be like, no, I don't want to.
I only purely go out, like, to dance. That is literally my only sole purpose. Like, even when I was young, when I first started going to, like, Watford prison, like, I wanted to, like, kiss girls. Like, I would be like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to. But as soon as I was there, I did not care about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to dance. I even remember one time, because I didn't get off with a lot of people and kiss a lot of people when I was out, my friend was like, why don't you do that? I was like, because I don't want to. Like, he was like, no, I need to teach you how to do it. And I was just like, okay. So we were out just for that reason. It just felt weird. And it was just, I actually ended up, like, talking to this girl, and I remember being so awkward. Like,
because it was almost like, this is a
forced scenario. I was like, this ain't me. Like, and it was very awkward what happened.
You like things to naturally happen. I'm totally on board with that.
Yeah, 100%.
I want you to tell me about this one thing though. But this is also going against what you've just told me.
Okay.
So I wonder whether you actually would have gone through with this. You told me once upon a time that 2 girls were almost going to have a threesome with you. So would you, in your own mind, would you have actually gone through with this?
I would have done it.
Just because you had to?
No, I would have done it, yeah.
I would like you to tell this story though, basically.
Okay, well, I'll make it, but this opens up a whole different can of worms.
Well, open the worms.
So it was actually the first ever rave I went to, first ever official London club. I went to Egg in London. It's called Egg Club. And I went with a work colleague, and I'd only known him for probably about 3 weeks. And he came up to me and was like, Tom, you ever been to a rave? You ever been to a rave? I was like, nah, mate. Like, I've only been never used to going to like Watford clubs and stuff like that, you know. And he was like, what the hell? Like, why haven't you been? Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll go with you. So anyway, I ended up going to this Egg London, and I went there, and the music was mad. And this is like when I first got introduced to like house music and what it done to me. I was like, wow, what is this? This is mental.
Once again, you were feeling the love this time.
I was feeling the love, and I was in this club, and I'd obviously never been there before. I had no idea what was going on. There's like 3 stories to this place, so it's like quite a big place. Anyway, so this guy I was with ended up slipping me drugs.
Okay.
So this is
this goes on to another.
And this is like I've never even experienced this either. This is the first time I ever done that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm in this club.
What drug is this?
It was an ecstasy tablet.
Okay. It sounded like you were talking it like a trial. Then you needed to let the jury know it was
because the world knows about this now.
Can you speak into the mic, Mr. Mayers?
No, it was one ecstasy tablet. So I was, done that. Anyway, an hour goes by, and I lose everyone in this club. I'm by myself in this club in the middle of London. No idea where I am. All of a sudden, this drug is hitting me, and I have no idea what is going on. I'm telling you right now, to this day, I still don't know what I must have looked like in that club. I must have looked like some creature of the night or some gremlin, something like that. So I'm obviously walking about trying to look for people. Don't end up finding them. I walk into this room, and I'm just thinking, where am I? I end up dancing just by myself, and then I see these 2 girls, right? So I'm like, you know what? I never do this. I'm just going to go out to and dance with them. Like I usually get approached myself. I don't usually approach girls. That's what I mean by that.
So this is obviously going against your rules because you have another catalyst.
Yeah, but I just wanted to talk to someone because I was just like feeling like, especially with that drug inside me, I just wanted to talk to someone. I just wanted to like, you know.
That's what breaks your rules. Drugs breaks the rules.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm then talking to these 2 girls, and they're both French. So I've no idea what they're saying to me. Like, they can't even talk English.
Okay.
Je m'appelle Somi Sabalabizan. Like that was
Somi.
I don't know. I don't know what I was doing there. So I end up talking to him, and then I end up like kissing both of them at the same time.
Right.
And I'm just getting off with them. I was like, wow, this is an experience.
You've had a lot of experience this night.
I was like, this is a new experience for me. So they end up we end up walking out the club. No idea where we're going, but we're going. I was following. I didn't care where we're going. They make me order a taxi for them, right? And then they let me in the taxi, and we're in this taxi, and I don't know if the taxi driver saw what happened in the taxi, but it would be funny if he did. But I'm saying there's all sorts happen in the back of this taxi
Details?
right now. Like, I'm getting off with one, and the other one's doing something with their hand.
Come on. This is a natural subject. Come on. Everyone does this. Tell me what they're doing.
I'm kissing one, and then the other one's got their hands down my trousers.
Okay.
Touching my penis.
Yes. Nice hand movement you did there.
So I'm just like, okay, this is a bit mad now. What is going to happen? Mm-hmm. I had no idea where I was going to. We end up going back to their uni. Okay. Yeah. So we walk inside their uni block, and then we go into the university kitchen. It's like a shared kitchen. It was quite big. Mm. And I remember the lights were so bright in there. And I must have looked like a proper weirdo. Because I had no idea what was going on. Sweating. I remember my head was going like this. Whoa. And all I remember hearing from this girl, to these 2 girls saying, room 281, room 281.
Is that still the right number? Do you remember it?
Yeah, no, it was 281, right?
You never forgot it.
I never forgot it. And this place was massive. I remember seeing the size of the building. It was massive. And they're going, room 281, 10 minutes, like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll meet you at 10 minutes, sweet. I'm just like that. I have no idea what's going on. They go, and I'm like, okay, I can't be inside this kitchen any longer. I need to leave this kitchen right now because everyone's looking at me.
And there was people in there?
There was people in there.
Okay, right.
I'm talking loads of people. I was like, I cannot be in this kitchen. So I ended up going outside, right?
Yes.
And I called my mate. I'm like, listen, mate, I don't know what's about to happen, but I end up going back with these two French birds, and I think I'm about to have a threesome in their room. So I'll just see you later on then. And they're like, what? Where? Sick. And he's like, so happy for me. So I'm like, cool, yeah. Put the phone down, turn around, walk towards the uni door, go to open it, locked. Needed the key card to get back inside. And that was probably that was a really devastating day for me.
Biggest regret of your life.
Yeah. It was a weird and wonderful night, that one. Weird and wonderful night, and I'll never forget it. It was mental.
Was there no doorbell or anything?
No. So sorry, yeah. So I was trying to open the door, and it was glass doors, and there was a security guard, like at a desk. And I was physically banging on the door going, let me in, I'm going to have a threesome, please, let me in. He was like, no, you're not allowed to come in if you ain't got a key card. Leave, go. I must have looked like a zombie at the door. I must have looked like a zombie because I was gone. And then, that was when I left.
Why did you leave?
Maybe it was just the right thing to do.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But I kick myself every day.
That might have been one of those regrets. The second regret you had.
Yeah.
So it wasn't supposed to happen. Fate didn't allow it to happen.
Yeah, no, it wasn't meant to happen. But yeah, that was just a funny story. If anyone gets in that situation, right, just don't leave the uni block because you'll need a key card to get back inside. Biggest mistake.
Biggest mistake.
Just trust me on that one.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, was that hard talking about sex?
No, but I thought we were going to go much deeper than that.
How deeper? How deep you want to go? What else you want to say?
I've experienced loads more.
Okay. Well, you can say whatever you want in this podcast. If there's something else you feel like you need to say, tell me.
I don't think I should. No, we can stop there. If people want to hear more about this, we can make a part 2.
We can make a part 2 in the future, maybe.
Because I could go way deeper.
I'm sure you can.
No pun intended.
I'm sure you can.
Have you ever done anal?
Yes, I have. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Every time I've done it is a really bad experience.
And can I tell you something?
Yeah.
This is getting deep. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts me.
Does it? Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. But you can't. You need like lubrication.
Yeah, you need some proper lubrication because it hurts me.
Yeah, I've only done it twice, I think, and one of the times there was poo on the end of my penis.
Oh my god!
And the second time, like the girl cried, so I haven't done it since.
Yeah, traumatizing position.
Traumatizing.
You don't need to do that.
I don't even know if we should have said that on the podcast.